Rio Olympics. So next we have the vault. This is the start list for the women. MyKayla Skinner leads off for USA. Fan from Vietnam next, with Claudia Fragapane third. Alexa Moreno, Un-jong, who actually is quite a dark horse here. She's somebody who could surprise. Here the gymnasts are lined up, ready to march on. Music starts. That's their moment to perform. Simone Biles. Probably the smart money's on Miss Simone Biles for this. But she didn't qualify in the top spot.
Also from Switzerland, Julia Steingruber, European champion on this piece of apparatus, 2013, 2014, qualified in 8th position, played safe in qualification, hoping to secure the spot, which nearly backfired, but it didn't, and we know from past performances that she can perform a lot better, so expect something big from Steingruber.
I would agree.
But I think the Americans will be so powerful on this apparatus.
MyKayla Skinner, really a big vaulter. Tai Van Phang from Vietnam. Very good to see different nations taking part. And saying that, Claudia Fragapane, we saw in the all-around competition last night, it's been a quick turnaround. Alexa Moreno from Mexico, a vault specialist really. And Un-jong, she was the 2008 Olympic champion on vault, so she knows what it's all about. Ala Sosniskaya, she's had a great championships. Top 6 last night in the individual all-around. But this, Simone Biles, is the world champion. She defended her title yesterday.
From Switzerland, Julia Steingruber.
And Julia Steingruber, as Craig was saying, somebody who could upset things.
Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce the president of the Women's Technical Committee of the International Gymnastics Federation, Mrs. Nanning. Gymnasts, please prepare for the competition.
And having warmed up in here earlier, they don't get another touch. I think vault is sometimes the most difficult to do without a touch, and it's something young gymnasts are always brought up being able to warm up, and it's something quite difficult for them to understand that you have, or to learn. It's a new system to learn. Just coming straight in and working.
It is, and the ladies will perform 2 vaults, so it's the average score that counts, so consistency definitely is the name of the game on this apparatus. Simone Biles qualified in 1st place, so the one to catch.
First gymnast on vault from USA, MyKayla Skinner.
So MyKayla Skinner from USA, she's nominated a 6.4.
Powerful gymnast. Approaches the vault. Beautiful round off half turn. Handspring into the straight front 1.5.
Really impressive vault. 6.4 means that that's its tariff. The execution is out of 10, so 16.4 maximum if they think she's perfect. I'm sure they didn't think it was completely perfect, but it was pretty good, wasn't it? Makes the round off, the half turn onto the hands, and then the twist off, the 1.5 twist off. Really good solid landing. as with all the Americans, really well rehearsed. Coach giving her the last-minute tips all the time. So we wait for this first score before she can do a second vault. The gymnasts have a light, red light. They mustn't go on the red light. They have to wait for the green. Here we are, 6-4 difficulty, 9-3 execution, 15-7. That's some score for a first vault. Can she match it with her second?
Now, it's her second vault.
So MyKayla Skinner, second vault.
5-8 difficulty. Lock for the Yurchenko, and she does. Double twist in Yurchenko, second vault. Good, solid start.
Well, not so difficult, 5-8, that's a 0.6 down on her difficulty score, but still very good work and very clean. I would expect them to be well into the nines on execution. She's precise, the head fixed between the arms, flips back on, good lift, double twist. Just see the slight bend of the elbows, that's probably why she can't get that extra half twist. The top gymnasts are doing a 2.5. But you can see how well disciplined she is with her head as she round off and flips on. If the gymnast can keep perfectly straight arms and pop off the top, they get such enormous height that they really can pack the twists in. That was a very good double twist out of 15-8.
She was first on vault in the Pan Am Games this year.
So here we are, 9.233, 15.033. That's a very good start for MyKayla Skinner. Others will have to vault well to match that. So,
Next a vault from Vietnam.
Tiha Phan Phan to her first vault.
5-8 in the difficulty. High into the double twist in Yurchenko. Big step on landing. Costly mistake.
Yes, strong attack. Another well-flighted move, but she was a bit slow with the twist. And although it's not the sort of deduction, and the judges will have to decide whether she actually landed out of the area. When the gymnasts twist, they quite often push off one hand a bit more than the other, and it makes the second flight a bit offline. If they actually land with the feet outside the white lines, the tram lines as it were, that's a 0.3 deduction, a straight 0.3. Judges are having a good long think about this. Here we go. Yes, the 0.3 penalty, giving her a total of 14.108. But this is the big vault, 6.2 difficult. Interesting that she opted for the less risky vault.
Now, it's her second vault.
Runway, handspring, 1.5 twist, much better, but still stepping out of the landing area.
To be credited with the 6-3, they have to consider that as a straight front somersault with 1.5 twist. It piked down quite early. It'll be interesting to see. Handspring, she is nice and straight, but then made quite a pike with a step out as well. If they decide it's a pike front somersault, she showed a goodish straight amount of straight, but even if they credit it with the 6-3 start value, which they probably will, there's a lot of deductions there. Chest down on landing, step to the side. But leading Vietnamese gymnastics. And of course, actually, Vietnam is very close to this part of China that we're in now.
She qualified in 6, puts her into second place, 14.37 average.
Second vault, the better. So, Claudia Fragapane. Claudia Fragapane of Great Britain, first World Championship final on vault.
Very powerful gymnast. Yatsyachenko, double twist. Little hop back on landing.
She's so dynamic and strong. Had a heavy schedule here. The British girls, team qualification, team final. Claudia was in the all-around final last night. Good plant of the hands, double twist, well inside the lines. Disciplined in the round off, snaps, 2 twists, chest well up on landing. It's out of 15 point out of 5.8. She's had mixed scores over the championships for this, her best being 15. Of course, has to do a second vault that's different. Can't approach it the same. This one has to be different. So 9.033, 14.833. That's a good score. So now has to be a different second vault. One she practices less. So Claudia Fragapane, second vault.
Slightly weaker. 5-6 on the difficulty. Such a powerful, exciting gymnast to watch. Strong attack. Round off, half turn, handspring, straight front somersault.
There with our coach Helen Potter. It's been a great championships for them. Louise Fawcett, the physio, fabulous team they've had out here, and she really does show a good straight shape in the front somersault. Complex vault, here's the round off, you half turn on, push off like a handspring, straight front somersault with half turn. I think Claudia will be a really strong vaulter in the future. I can see her adding in another twist to this vault and making herself a really competitive vaulter at the very top level. For her first world final, that's very good, secure vaulting. She lands so confidently. So 9.00, 14.6. The score, the average 14.716.
Exactly the same as qualification.
Into second. So Alexa Moreno from Mexico. She comes into this final in 5th place.
Powerful vaulter.
Next of all,
Two
Mexico, Moreno.
equally difficult vaults. 6.2 start value for the first. Nice to see Mexico represented in this vault final. And off she goes. Dynamic approach, handspring, 1.5 twist. Powerful vaulting.
Very strongly, she looks highly delighted as well. So a regular handspring on. Good straight body shape. 1.5 twist, just the little bit of a loss of control on landing, but she swings the arms forwards, blocks off the top of the platform. Straight body, 1.5 twists, just keeps inside the line. The judges will have a little bit of a deduction for lack of length. Gritty work.
Yes, very powerful on this piece of apparatus. She was 7th on the vault in 2:11, so she'll be hoping to improve on that. The interesting thing is her second vault is the most difficult second vault we've seen so far. It's out of 6. Because vault's the average of the 2.
So there we are, vault number 1, 15.033.
Now, Alexa's second vault.
Alexa Moreno's second vault.
Something solid if she's to medal. Dynamic run up, wraps in, Sukahara with the double twist. Unfortunate on the landing there.
Well, we watched her warm up and that was a very valiant effort. The Suk with double twist, it's tariffed at 0.2 higher than the Yushchenko double twist, because it is actually quite a lot harder. You really have to, it's so much more difficult to generate the height off the half on than it is from the round off. She really will have loads of deductions for chest down, stepping out to the side, but she really snapped off the top, wrapped it hard and well, brought it right the way round.
And you can see on the landing there, shoulders just down to the side, twisting, which forced her off the mat. There was nowhere else to go because of the landing position.
But she had a very good go at it. I'm sure she's not going to challenge the leader, MyKayla Skinner, whose average score is 15.366. Or I think Claudia Fragapane in second place with 14.716. There we go, 14.066, that second vault, 14.549 into third place. The top 2 remain. So there we are, confirming MyKayla Skinner top, Claudia Fragapane next. Alexa Moreno into third place. This is the gymnast who could change it all.
Takes a vault from DPRK,
Un-jong, 2008 Olympic champion.
Third last year. 6-3 difficulty. Beautiful high, Yushchenko, 2.5 twists.
Big step on landing, lots of flight. There's been a bit of a talk about her maybe doing a triple this championships, but I think she knows she can medal with the 2.5. Really very easy for her though. You can see dead straight arms, blocks, lifts, wraps. Out she comes for the landing. Fabulous stuff.
I think that's the cleanest Yushchenko we've seen so far. But she will need something equally as good for her second vault.
And that's often the challenge. So a 9.466 in execution, giving her 15.766. Massive score.
looks big. 6.4 in difficulty. Now, can she land it? Handspring from the Yurchenko, 1.5 twist. Yes, she can.
Little bit of hesitation on landing almost. Waited to know her feet were down. Superb vaulting, the round off, the half turn on the block, the 1.5 twist. She wraps that last twist in really quite late, but there weren't masses of deductions. It's tidy and tight here. 1.5, just a deduction on direction, but she landed inside the tram lines. Just kept that foot in. It's going to be a very tight competition, this. MyKayla Skinner, her score 15.366. And she's gone ahead, 15.599. That puts Un-jong in the lead. Current leader. So it's a young 16-year-old Ala Sosniskaya from Russia.
Strong first vault, 6-4. Half turn on, handspring, 1.5 twist. Tall, elegant gymnast.
And we've seen a few gymnasts perform this now. She half turns and really is almost, oh, she's right out of the corridor, isn't she? So that is a 0.3. But the problem came from the round off half turn. You can see her feet weren't over her head when she hit the platform, and that was really the problem. It wasn't the second flight. So she will, that's a straight 0.3 penalty when you land out. She performed really well in the all-around championships. Just 16 years of age in her first major championships, and I'm sure we'll see more of her. 14.966. There we are, you see the 0.3 penalty. Second ball for Sosniskaya.
5.8 in difficulty. Let's hope she can land inside the lines on this one. Strong attack, blocks into the double twist. Much better vault, much better landing.
Very nice work. But she actually was a little bit out of control on that landing. She almost looked on both occasions as if her head was keeping moving. Nice round off, good disciplined flip on double twist. But she almost jumped out and turned to the judges before she'd really secured the landing. Good strong block. Here she is. In fact, it was really very good. She just needed to have made the landing as opposed to bounce out of the landing, because really the judges are not fooled by that.
Worth a try though.
She obviously thought so.
At least she was inside the lines on that one, so there won't be a 0.3 off. And had a superb championships, and I think something to look out for in the future.
Very much so, and those are two very big vaults. They've got a few deductions at the moment, but another 6 months to a year working them, I'm sure come Rio they'll be very powerful vaults. So there we are, the 0.3 penalty on the first, not the second. 14.966. The average, actually the same vault score for both vaults. So there's the standings. Un-jong top, MyKayla Skinner next, and Alla Sosniskaya into third. Just ousting Claudia Franconi.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our last gymnast on women's vault from USA.
And this is the gymnast everyone's waiting for. She comes in ranked #1, Simone Biles of USA.
Huge vaulting, 6.3. Blocks into the Yurchenko, wraps it in 2.5 twists. That's how you do it.
Wow, the height and flight off the top of that platform was quite unbelievable. When you talk about blocking on straight arms and elevating, that's the name of this. Just watch. She flips back quickly and strongly, blocks, up she goes. She's so high above the platform. It's called a platform because it's meant to launch you into the air, and that's just what it did. Tiny, tiny direction landing, deductions, but you do wonder, out of their 10 for execution, how much they can take off of that. Certainly not a deduction for lack of height or length. It almost went halfway along the mat. So 9.6, they took 0.4 off, 15.9, that's a massive score.
Does need a good score in the first vault because the second is a lot weaker. 5-6 difficulty. She was silver medalist in the vault last year. Second vault, round off, half turn, handspring, straight front half.
And that really was a straight front, beautifully held shape. But of course, because it's only got the half twist as opposed to the 1.5 twist, it's quite a lot lower tariff. And that will be the big question. Will her execution score go high enough to be overcome the lack of tariff? Now, really lovely body line, just a little bit offline from the centre again. Clean on that half turn, lays it out.
15.45 average in qualification, so she was top coming into this vault final, and that looked pretty clean to me.
I'm sure the execution will be in the 9s. Whether it's quite enough to take her top, we will see. But it was a super vault. No, not quite enough. 9.608, so higher, but the total is 15.554, just an absolute fraction behind Un-jong. You can see the celebrations there. Simone Biles goes into second and MyKayla Skinner third. Still one gymnast to go, but this is the current leader. And this gymnast could surprise people.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our last gymnast from Switzerland.
Julia Steingruber from Switzerland, first vault.
European vault champion, 6.2. Wraps in, handspring, 1.5 twist in the front somersault.
She also was a little bit offline, I think. And after you've watched the real fabulous style of Simone Biles, this looks just a little bit ragged, doesn't it? Just not quite perfectly held straight shape, but a very high dynamic vault. The 1.5 twist, big difficulty. The judges are having a long think about this one. Here we go, 15.233. A very good first vault for Steingruber. It's always been about the second vault. Hasn't always had the power on the second vault. Here we go.
Now, it's her second one.
Start value of 5. The maximum she could score is a 15. Round off. Full twisting straight Yurchenko. Very simple second vault there.
Very simple, but very nice. There won't be a massive amount of deductions. I think she's had a bit of problems with the multiple twists in that vault, but I'm sure we're looking here at the world champion on the vault. Means a huge amount to Korea, as you can see by the emotion. The tightest of margins. Simone Biles, of course, already has 2 gold medals in the bag. The team gold and the all-around, the individual all-around gold. I'm sure she would have liked a 3rd here on the vault, but she's a very charming young lady. First to congratulate the others. So we're waiting for this last score. And here's the score, 14.2. Good execution, 9.2. Total, the average is 14.716. But the winner, Un-jong from Korea. Second place, Simone Biles from USA.
Simone.
Third place, MyKayla Skinner, USA. On the women's side, this is the gold medals to go to somebody other than USA. Delight amongst the whole of the Korean team. Confirmation of that result. Un-jong first, Simone Biles second, MyKayla Skinner third, Ala Sosniskaya fourth, Claudia Frangipani fifth from Great Britain, sixth, Julia Steingruber.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th FIG World Gymnastics Championships award ceremony for women's vault final.
女士们、先生们，第45届世界体操锦标赛女子跳马颁奖仪式现在开始，欢迎获奖运动员及颁奖嘉宾入场。
Gymnasts march in for the medal ceremony for the vault. Superb vaulting, actually. This was a very good fight.
Third place and winner of bronze medal from USA, MyKayla Skinner.
So MyKayla Skinner, USA, gets her first individual medal of this World Championships, part of the team that won the gold medal.
Second place and winner of the silver medal from United States of America, Simone Biles.
Simone Biles, silver. She won the all-around, she defended her title last night in the all-around championships, up bright and early this morning, but it's silver this time.
First place and 2014 Women's Vault Champion from Democratic People's Republic of Korea, Ho In-jun.
金牌获得者是来自朝鲜的运动员。
Un-jong wins her first world title 6 years after becoming Olympic champion. That's It's a
The gold
fair
medal
old
is
span.
presented by member of Executive Committee of International Gymnastics Federation, Wolfgang Wilhelm. The silver medal is presented by member of Women's Technical Committee of International Gymnastics Federation, Lyubov Andrianova. The bronze medal is presented by Vice Mayor of Nanning.
为金牌运动员颁奖的嘉宾是国际体联执委会委员沃尔夫冈·威廉。为银牌运动员颁奖的嘉宾是国际体联女子体操纪委会委员柳波夫·安德里亚诺娃。
No
为
bees in
铜
the
牌运
flowers
动员颁
tonight,
奖的
we
嘉宾
hope.
是
Had
南
great
宁市副
diversion
市长李
last
娟女
night when there
士。
was a bee in Simone Biles' bouquet. Chased her around the podium. Everything's so well orchestrated here in China. Well, it always is at a gymnastic competition. It gave some amusement and lightheartedness to the event.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
女士们、先生们，请起立，奏朝鲜国歌。
Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate all gymnasts on women's vault final.
感谢颁奖嘉宾，
Well, what a
让
lovely
我们向
story
获奖
there.
运动员表示热烈祝贺。
2008 Olympic champion, 6 years later, world champion, and she upped her vault a bit to manage that. Biles takes the silver, as she did last year.
观众朋友们，接下来将进行
MyKayla
的是
Skinner, her
男子
first
鞍马
World
和
Championships,
女子高低杠的单项
bronze
比
medal
赛
on the vault. It's of course 5 lots of medals to be awarded today. We've had the first lot of men's and women's, the floor and the vault.